Council, maayong hapon. Our friends from media who are here, our visitors who are here right now. Fellow Cagayanos are watching us via live stream. Maayong hapon kaninyo, tanakong tanan. Before I proceed, okay, I'd like to give the floor.
Thank you. Can we ask permission that before we start, we will sing happy birthday to you.
Okay.
I would like to request Councilor, Councilor Legaspi.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Vice Mayor Jocelyn Bibo Rodriguez.
Thank you very much. Mura ba, gikan ba itong Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Mura ko pang adlaw. Anyway, somehow 2 days ago we were at the Lux Hotel, no, with the Neo Plus seminar. So thank you very much. Everybody were there, especially our majority floor leader, Edgar Cabalas. So most of the members finished the entire 2 day seminar. So we would like to thank the ILG for the successful seminar of the newly elected as well as those who are now councilors. So, daghang kayong salamat sa atong DLG. Majority Floor Leader, our very active also Majority Floor Leader, the man with the wisdom, no? Pagkuan, siya gina, troubleshoot. Anyway, Majority Floor Leader after Edgar Cabalas, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, our lovely vice mayor.
Karon na eh.
Happy birthday,
Thank you.
and what I feel is to council people of the Guru and now. Madam Chair, we move to suspend the reading of the meetings of the previous speaking session and stands playing of
And a second, objection. Ayun na, motion is hereby carried.
also approve second.
Second, objection. I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
For question, okay, behind, propose that, question. Back. Over the, to the next. Grant test. So the members specific on to. And,
With the,
over next time. So, we will pass it. Any other question, any other matters will be.
okay.
So. On the special report,
Majority Floor Leader, you're raising your hand, Councilor,
thank you, Madam Chair. May hapon na itong tanan. May hapon.
hapon.
Matanong mo. I rise to this occasion, Madam Chair, to make a manifestation that I join and fully support our majority floor leader, City Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabanas, in thanking PIDEA for the surprise drug testing done on all members of the 21st City Council. What we did was not only noble, for public service, but also something that all elected officials in our city should follow. With the permission and indulgence of our majority floor leader, I would like also to make a motion for inclusion for a resolution asking PDEA Region 10 to conduct surprise drug tests for all barangay and SK officials in the 80 barangays of Cagayan de Oro before this year's end. The intent of this resolution, Madam Chair, is to show to our fellow Cagayanons that all their elected leaders are committed to a drug-free city, our Cagayan de Oro, city of golden friendship. So move, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Councilor John Rodriguez. And I would like also to congratulate everybody. Everybody test negative. So the city council, we are very happy. Even the secretaries, those our staff, congratulations to everybody. Everybody tested negative. So we start our year right. Okay, thank you very much, Madam President.
So congratulations to all everybody. That positive, so
Yes.
not positive, meaning. Now, for the special report, there are 4 members of the city council. Who intend to deliver the special report. For one, is Councilor Maximo P. Rodriguez, regarding mental health in relation to psychosocial division. Second is Councilor Elder, who regarding issues and concerns, the senior citizens in the city. Third is Councilor Amy Rose Moreno, proposed expanded solo parents ordinance. Councilor Fourth, Councilor Roger Abaday, regarding waste management of the city. Request the Councilor.
Councilor John Rodriguez, you're recognized.
Thank you, Majority for Leader, and thank you, Madam Chair. Sugli, may hapon sa tanan. Mga kauban sa konseyo, sa Cagayan de Oro. Madam Chairman, kini akong special report may tungod sa nagpadayong pagtaas sa kaso sa mga suicide dinhi sa atong dakbayan. I visited recently our psychosocial unit. Kung makita ninyo sa slide sa tubangan, under the City Social Welfare Department nga naan himutang dinhi sa may 3rd floor, right on the bridge connecting our legislative building overlooking the Cagayan de Oro River. That visit reminded me that something must be done. Madam Chair, gikan sa January to July 25 this year, sa tanang na ibal-ang kaso nga gahikop dinhi sa atong dakbayan, 75% sa mga nangamatay mga kalakinan. Apan sa laing bahin sa atong mga hotline clients nga giservisyohan sa atong dakbayan, 68% kiini nila mga babae, samtang 32% lamang ang mga kalakinan ang nangayo o tabang. O sa mga kalakinan na gi-avail sa atong hotline services, nagpakatabang aron 53% niini nila ana sa edad nga 10 to 19 years old. Panahon sa mga trahedya o mga disaster gikan sa January hangtod July 25 this year nga nakaapekto sa halos 937 ka mga individuals, 19% lamang nila ang nahatagaan og psychosocial first aid. O na, Madam Chair, ang una na akong ginakuhan. First aid, psychosocial. Gikan ining nahatagan og psychosocial first aid, aduna lamang 19% sa mga kalakinan ang nahatagan ini ang mga serbisyo. Kini nga data nagpakita nga kadaghanan sa mga kalakinan nga may mental health problems galikay nga matabangan. Mas daghan sa mga babae ang andam mangayog tabang apan pipila lamang sa ato mga kalakihan. In our mental health education efforts, Madam Chair, ang atong opisina ning tuiga nakapahigayon og psychosocial education ngadto sa 962 ka mga individuals apan 11% lamang ini mga estudyante. Kulang kayo, Madam Chair, ug wala pa mapatuman ang atong mental health code na ma-appeal sa curriculum ang mental health education. Ang mental health code para sa kasayuran sa tanan, no, sa atong konseyo, last na-activate was the year 2022. Karon 2025 na kita, Madam Chair, kinahanglan na akong ma-activate ang atong mental health code. O ma-appeal po sa curriculum ang mental health education. Kani mental health code, Madam Chair, mao kani po ang atong mental health board, no? Ato hangiyon ang atong mayor, uban ang atong mga lain na mga co-chairman, no, sa atong pinaka-chairman sa health para pagbuuan ni sa sulod nato ka committee meeting. Madam Chair, these are the gaps diha sa atong psychosocial unit. First, we lack employees and our mental health professionals are stretched thin with one social worker handling at least 2 cases at a time. Second, the center is not suitable for counseling. To us sa third floor, there is no privacy, no designated rooms for counseling or special education assessments. Uban di sila, Madam Chair, kanang opisina, uban ng atong God. Huyog sila. Usa lang opisina, walay division, gani cabinet lang ang na-divide sa ila. So kung na counseling madunggan, Madam Chair, sa pikas sa atong God ng mga workers as well as employees as well. Their electricity is unreliable, and since they're located near the bridge, rain often enters their center. Ilang internet is unstable for their 24-hour online hotlines, and they only have one smart mobile phone to serve the entire city. In their 4 sections, no, there's only one computer shared by 5 to 9 staff members. They don't have their own service vehicle to transport victims whenever they go to evacuation centers during disasters, respond to emergencies, or conduct home visits. Possibly, Madam Chair, with your permission, makapangayo kita o usa ka service vehicle kay akong nabawat. Usahay, muhangyo pa ang psychosocial division sa atong mga city disaster kung may availability sa ilang sakyanan pagkuha sa atong mga pasyente. Kung makahangyo may, Madam Chair, kasi makadumit ka sa kasakyanan para sa atong psychosocial division, Madam Chair. What worries me kay ang ilang center is located right on the bridge overlooking the river with no protective railings. Imagine kung ang client experiencing mental distress in that very moment, in that location, dili kini safe sa atong mga service users. Because of this, Madam Chairman, in aid of legislation, I will call a committee hearing to look into the status of our psychosocial unit and listen to their concerns directly and to determine what we can do to improve our services. Lastly, I call for the convening of the City Mental Health Board. Since the Mental Health Board Health Code was enacted in 2022, the board has never been convened and the implementing rules and regulations of the said ordinance have not yet been formulated, Madam Chair. Panahon na nga atong ipatungan ang atong mental health code aron atong ipakita sa atong mga katawan na adunay tabang ang atong mahatag uban sa atong mga paningkamot, ipaniguro nato ang Cagayan de Oro mahimong takbayan din ng mental health ihatagan o igong prioridad. With that prayer, Madam Chair, I hope that we'll be able to provide much better mental health services to our people. Daghang salamat, maayong hapon, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Councilor Janjan Rodriguez. Yes, Councilor Paulo Gani, you have the floor.
May nga po sa tanan, brief manifestation ng Madam Chair. Good afternoon to our Honorable Vice Mayor Bebo Rodriguez, colleagues of the 21st City Council, friends from the media, and to everyone who is watching us this afternoon. Maayong hapon sa tanan. I express my full support for the proposal of the Chair of the Social Services Committee, Honorable Maximo John Rodriguez III. In 2019, Cagayan de Oro recorded 3.6 suicides per 100,000 of a population in the city, which was higher than the national average of 3.2, which impacted the passage the 19th ordinance number 14297-2022 for the mental health code of the city of Cagayan de Oro. It is the first mental health legislation in the city, which was Honorable Vice Mayor Rodriguez leading the way, together with Councilor Mary Balaba, the former chair of the Social Services Committee, and former City Councilor Dr. Gaani on the Committee on Health. The ordinance created the Mental Health Board, which I would support Councilor Rodriguez, which he had already considered engaging in, which could play a key role in supporting this initiative. As the chairman of the Committee on Health, I express my full support for any action that will strengthen the city's mental health response. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Councilor Paulo Gani. Yes, Councilor Desdelino, you have the floor.
Maayong hapon, Madam Chair, and to the rest of the 21st City Council. Madam Chair, I would like to commend Councilor Junjun Rodriguez for raising the urgent issue on especially on the lack of personnel in our psychosocial mental health service. That is actually true, no? This concern is deeply aligned with the priorities of the Committee on Women and Family Relations, especially as it affects the vulnerable, especially like the women who experience postpartum depression and other mental health challenges. It is disheartening but not surprising to hear that many professionals are hesitant to join the public sector due to the low compensation. Actually, I've also talked to sa education while sa kumpanya. I asked them, pila ba ka estudyante dili? 900 ka buo. Kunya, wala pa yung psychologist or even man lang psychometrician such as myself. I would like to respectfully raise this question. I would also like to also include the Committee on Health and the Committee on the Social Services. That what policy or steps can we take as a body to incentivize the psychologists and other mental health professionals to serve in our city, whether through local hiring ordinances, scholarship for services programs, or allowances for high need areas. What can we do to make this viable career for our city or the local government, for our LGU? I believe that addressing this gap is not just a budgetary concern, but a commitment to the long-term mental wellness of our constituents. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Councilor Desdelino. Yes, Councilor Janjan Rodriguez, you have the floor.
Madam Chair, thank you for that. Councilor Justin, to Councilor Paulo. For that, for us to be recognize and also realize that we need first our activation of our mental health board. We have our committee. Hopefully, kay ang akong nabawan, Madam Chair, last year's budget or this year's budget from the psychosocial division is only 800,000. 800,000 you divided by 12. So, ilan lang, damay lang. So if there's a need, no, to increase the budget for psychosocial division, even ang ako, pinaka-simple lang, no, sa lang ka smart cellphone, ang ilang ginagamit, pag kami mostly, daghan kay cases, daghan kay kumanawag sila, pag busy ang sa phone, sa kami ng phone, they cannot accommodate other channels. Now, I already, because back in 2020, when I was in the Barangay Capital sa Barangay Masay, kami hotline to local numbers. Pabawan na mo na sa usang ka number, kung di mo tutubag ang akong hotline, no, ang in charge akong hotline, dili naman nawag Madam Chair ang mga biktima. Kay feeling nila wala na. So mo ka na, Madam Chair, there's a need to increase the budget, but we will look into it. Unang magpahigayin kita mo community hearing, inviting all resource persons and as well as our sector social.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, Councilor Kenneth Sakala and Councilor Roger.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and happy birthday.
Thank you again.
And I would like to thank and commend our Councilor John Rodriguez for that special report ko, and I would like to manifest my full support and nakita na ang ages yung affected is 10 to 19 years old. So I would like to be part of any movement para sa ato ang youth and labi na sa ato mental health. Labi na sa committee hearings and sa mental health board. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilor Kenneth Sakala. Councilor Roger Abelay, you have the floor. Then Councilor Eric Salcedo.
Thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officer, my colleagues. Council, again, on people who are listening to us. Today, now, it's a very valuable, official report, and it is a wake up call to us, especially in the city of Cagayan, the department, the office, is a very, has a very crucial, task. It, provides, services for persons of critical, this, people, for that serious. The counseling for individuals and families in crisis, support for victims of abuse and violence, that's what the reason that so many reside. They are also the office in the primary responder during and after disaster. Now, this naturally have to be equipped, not only facilities, but equipped for resources. Now, one of my proposal, aside from other proposal of the reporter, my colleagues, we have so many universities coming this year who are offering medicine and nursing and this course, psychology and psychiatry. And we are used to top research for now. Why not our city or us request that we will request these schools and universities to let them encourage or students to work with our office, especially in this okay, that's my proposal, and I hope that that will be included in the proposal of Councilor Ganda.
Thank you very much, Councilor Roger Abelay. That is a very good idea, but how can that be? When the office is with God. And there's only how many staff in psychosocial? Only one or two?
I last visited them, they only have around 9 staff, but
Nine.
handling one staff handling 3 to 4 cases at a time.
So how many psychosocial staffs are there? 9.
9.
But then God is with the office, right? Correct. So there is no room for counseling, correct? So how can we counsel without a room? Because this should be confidential. There should be confidentiality on the counseling, no, of these our service user. And the mere fact na walay klaro na counseling room, I think you look into that matter because that needs to be addressed. I have this mental health code since 2022. Until now, wala kay IRR. Hopefully, you have to work on this nga ang IRR will be in place para kuha na ta, implement kung siya atong gusto. Okay? So thank you very much. Yes, Councilor Eric Salcedo.
Yun na, hello, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Kumusta na niya ako, Madam Chair? Both is 10 to 19. At pa siguro di ba ito state that BCPC. Parang it's conflict with protection of children. Sige conflict with protection of children. Parang tabang to daw parang level to. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilor Eric Salcedo. Yes, Councilor Dante Rodriguez.
Yes, Madam Chair, no, thank you, Councilor Enrico Salcedo. We have been having a series of meetings for the past few weeks regarding sa ato City Council as being a chairman also. So intertwined sa ato sustainability as well as GTPP and Kamulutana, even aside online session at least sa children, no, Kamulutana, and then sakto na, Madam Chair, 10 to 19 is very disturbing, no, dahil alarming as well. Kay ikan sa atong junior high school, ikan do sa high school, mostly na depression. Gani, mga balo mo, for the past few weeks, grabe po na atong cases about diyan sa atong Marcos situation. So we will refer all to the committee hearings, no? And mahimay na Madam Chair, angat. And we will make sure na kani atong suicidal prevention of our suicidal cases is very important to us para para sa kapayan sa payo.
Okay, thank you very much. I'd like to reiterate, no, for your understanding, when I have this mental health code, no, ordinance co-authored by Councilor Rodriguez and Councilor Bernie Malapa, it is very comprehensive. Meaning, the evaluation and assessment starts in barangay level. Since wala pa kay RRR, we could have already provided seminar and training for our barangay health workers. Kay dito manukan sa barangay. When you notice somebody that needs help, pag-agi sa barangay for assessment and evaluation in coordination with City Health, in coordination with disaster risk. Kasi sila may buha. Then, it will go to Terabora where we have a free psychiatrist, which we are doing now. And with chronic cases, they go to house of home. Problema, first do the IRR. Dugay na ko na ngayo sa IRR until now. Wala pang ginhapon. Prioritize the IRR sa inyong committee, then perhaps we can go along. Pag then we can implement. Because in fact, I think the prior years na budgeta na pero dili ito muli IRR. One problema. Now, if you say Bicol, okay, I was thinking about it now, how I can help. Bicol, many times, ang akong sakyanan may gagamiton, kay walay Bicol, going to Jerbona, Bigatano, Bigatani. Many times, mga yung tabang, kaya ang Jerbona is there always. Naman tayo libre permit ng mga psychiatrists na mo evaluate. The problem is, how asa kakuha ang sakyanan, no? May mga paulan. In fact, pero ako from patag barangay, kung bulwa barangay. In fact, Kapitan Gaspi, di ba? Many times, hangyo, in fact, ato itaga ang sakyanan. Many times, ako sakyanan. So, ang atong office, psychosocial, should have a transportation. Kaya how can they go to a place na lagi na kinanglan ang tabang? So, you look into that matter para mapaspasan na yun na o ma-realize na to kung ato na yun ma-implementar atong mental health code. Okay? Thank you very much. So, our next speaker is Councilor Hilda Go. You have the floor. Madam Presiding Chair, the Honorable Vice Mayor Jocelyn Bego Rodriguez, distinguished colleagues of the 21st State Council, friends of media, and the people of Cagayan de Oro, may hamon sa tanan. Hapon. As chairperson of the Committee on Senior Citizens and a proud member of the senior citizen sector, I rise today with deep sense of duty, not only to report on the pressing matters affecting our elders, but also to echo their sentiments and aspirations. The sector I represent is a growing in number, yet remains vulnerable, often unheard, and still heavily reliant on government support. 3 weeks ago, I had the privilege of talking with the sector's key leaders and partners. That meeting, simple as it was, opened my eyes even more to the challenges that our elders continue to face. Their needs are not new, but they remain unmet. And while many of us in government mean well, it is only when we sit beside them and listen to their voices that we truly understand what compassionate service means. Guided by the principles of Mayor Lambert Clark's Poise Rise agenda, resiliency, inclusivity, sustainability, and empowerment, this report outlines concerns and proposals aimed at advancing services for our elderly sector. First, on the proposal for a unified federation president. To strengthen coordination, I propose the establishment of a single-wide federation for senior citizens. During that consultation, the federation president and the OSCA respectfully declined this arrangement, citing the extensive administrative and legal requirements involved, particularly in relation to set registration and compliance. Despite this, I am pleased that the federation presidents have expressed full willingness to work together harmoniously. Second, on the rehabilitation of the senior citizen center in Barangay 40. Our lone senior citizen center in Barangay 40 is now insufficient for the growing population of more than 112,000 senior citizens in the city. There is a pressing need to rehabilitate the center, or better yet, add another floor level to expand its capacity and improve service delivery. On this note, I am elated to report that the Honorable City Mayor Rolando Flores Poy has agreed and offered a lot of the city government of Macanhan Carmen, Barangay Carmen, to be used as the site of the Senior Citizen Community Care Center. The establishment of the center is being proposed by the National Commission of Senior Citizens. To realize this would be a milestone in accessible and compassionate care for our elders. Third, on the delayed releases of burial assistance. It is with concern that I bring to this August body the pending burial assistance for the departed senior citizens covering from the periods July to December 2024 and from January to June 2025, which remain pending at the city finance department. The families left behind are grieving and financially burdened. This program is not merely financial assistance, it is a gesture of respect and closure. I urge the finance department to expedite the release of these overdue benefits. Fourth, on the proposed expanded LGU funded senior pension. The current LGU funded pension program serves 2,500 senior citizens, granting them 500 per month. While the program is laudable, it is far from adequate, given the volume of the guided seniors in the city. The Federation presidents and OSCA have proposed to increase the number of recipients to 3,500. I fully support this goal that as we visit the program criteria and explore the possibility of budget expansion to include more qualified beneficiaries. Fifth, on the covering of senior birthday pay to cash, on converting senior birthday pay to cash, the Federation presidents expressed their preference for the birthday pay benefit to be converted to cash. Many seniors find greater value in receiving a cash equivalent which can be used to purchase medicines, groceries, or other personal needs. This recommendation deserves serious consideration when implementing policy. Lastly, Elderly Filipino Month. Last year, the Elderly Filipino Month celebration was held in November, reportedly the due delayed release of funds. This year, to avoid such delay and confusion, the Federation of OSCA proposed the preparation to begin as early as now. Moreover, I would like to propose that the city government of Cagayan be already declared October as Senior Citizens Month, in line with the national observance of Elderly Filipino Week every first week of October. Although the council has adopted resolution number 6189-2003, declaring October 1 to 4 as Senior Citizens Week in the city. I would like to propose a month-long celebration for our elders. By making this official, we institutionalize our recognition of the contributions, wisdom, and contributing role of our senior citizens in our communities. This declaration serves as a symbol of our sustained commitment to honoring them, not just in words, but in action. In closing, as chairman of this committee, I'm not only your colleague, I am a voice of the senior citizens population. I have seen how public service and lives, and I believe we in this council have the power to make lasting changes. That is not delay assistance, that is already due. Let us not allow the roads to drown the needs of our elders. Signing officer, colleagues, public service is about listening to every voice, especially the voices of those who have given much, but now ask for very little. To the law, to the Honorable Mayor Rolando Tarek School, who has always championed inclusive development, I ask for your continued support to this initiative. Ang serbisyo sa katigulangan, pilit ng tamas, pumili sa kapasan. Daghang salamat, Madam Chair, I greatly support corporate legal. Thank you very much, Councilor Gigi Go, very good report. So you have to have it in your committee hearing. Those necessary items that is very important for the senior citizen. Yes, I sometimes in my part, no, senior citizen, I don't think they need the cake. But most of them are diabetics. Yes, that is true. They'd rather buy medicine than I have this birthday cake. I hope that that can be approved and give the cash as well. Okay. Yes, Councilor Edie Money, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I'm so happy with the special report of Councilor as well. For every team that will be better of the dual citizens. Unification is good, but I tried that before we did this time, but they're actually very good. They're working together all the time. Madam Chair, kind of that case, we raised this with the previous city council that last council with here with the chairman, even MDO. Yes. During ceremony about the case, the issue that you like the case, really like the cash na lang. Actually, it was never budget for case.
For cash.
Wala budget, Madam Chair. There was no obligated budget for it. It was in the blue book, but it never was obligated. Magkong monitor Paulo from finance, I think that is the last time of the week. So, Madam Chair, if I may suggest that they're join the special report of Councilor Gigo, invite a bit ang finance para matatawag ninyo na wala daw siya in the next. So the cakes that were given were not from the budget of the senior citizens, or it didn't come from all baseball that they have social welfare. The gifts that we need. na walking. And kalkula yung
So asa may bigyan ng cake na budget? Ay, na natunda mo.
Wait lang, ignore. That's what they said, but ako lang na kurat na kwento ba na Last, regarding the mention of 501, we will also discuss it and hopefully moving forward. Inaot mga deliberate of per office and act for the implementation of pagkakalaon sa ng 501.
Lugay naman ng 1,000.
Yes,
Lugay na siya kaayo.
Kung pwede, Madam Chair, ako, kung pwede ba
But then, yeah, but then this is coming from the national, right? So
Yeah.
meaning there is still not coming from the national, wala pa din implemental sa national. Kaya makabot sa ato din, no? Otherwise,
They should find.
yeah, but the other countries, have they been receiving 1,000?
Other
I mean, the cities. Wala siguro po.
Mother na to para ikaw Madam Chair ba pareha patak yung
Yeah, but then national man to nga budget ng 1,000 eh. 1,000 should be given to the senior.
Yeah, that's why we.
Oo. Probably you can check on that to the National Senior Commission.
Yeah.
Whether they have started giving all, kurang dugay na galing ng 1,000.
Last year kasi.
Last year,
Before pa. Ako lang wala pa. Cagayan.
So how come, yeah, check on that, how come na wala pa ang ato nga dugay naman ako pa.
For additional and to reminder lang. And then again, thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to ask the second floor of senior, to go, the senior student. Ang second floor, is it possible na ma-construct ang second floor, Councilor Titico? Ang second floor sa Barangay 40? Madam Presiding Chair, when we talk to engineering, ako pang po ng one ang yung commendation. Yeah. Yeah. Ikuha na lang ako sa among committee. Yes, okay na lang na para na second floor siya kay murag buot na galing na DSWD and serious system. Anyway, thank you very much. Councilor Marlon Dabak, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I'm very happy with the special report of our committee chair on the serious reason. I have my full support with the proposal. But today, Madam Chair, I am happy because in my barangay, there was a takeout of our senior citizen.
Karon lang.
Yeah.
So, ilang? How much?
I think national 500
500 gapon. Pero at least niabot na.
naabot, Madam
So,
Chair.
what, unsa nakabulan?
Ipunta ko na himawan po kung sa
So,
kamang.
tingog na.
Ang ako lang hangyo, Madam Chair, nag-propose na ng ato kung chair increase from 2,000 to 3,500. I hope atong ang papatayo kay basin that ang pang senior sensitive na 3,500. Kay kada payout, Madam Chair, parang gabi na nag-payout sa barangay, mas dagang magyapon ang galing niya sa akong opisina na kung mga sila nakapay. So, I hope the committee chair will
Actually, that is already discussed in the conference.
Yeah.
Wala lang taan na for additional number of beneficiaries for the senior citizen.
And I will comment also, Madam Chair, the
Yes.
chairperson, to include that the city government, we have our share, kaya naman tayo local funded na mga beneficiaries. Kasi kung patunan pa na maka-increase or ma-accommodate na po as seniors na natin.
Right, wala napit sa lista. Yes, okay, thank you very much. Yes, Councilor, Babs, the third. Hindi po po sa
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
As Chairman of Social Services, may we request our good Councilor Jijigo, Chairman sa atong senior citizens na kami ma-include with this committee. So,
Of course. Yeah,
be able
we
to.
refer that to the committee on senior citizen, social services, isa may lain, health, and siya kay appeal ng budgetary. Okay.
Thank you,
Yes,
Madam
thank you
Chair.
very much, Councilor Max Rodriguez. Anyway, okay, so the next reporter, Councilor Amy Rose Moreno, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and again, happy birthday, and to mayong hapon to everyone sa mga kauban sa 21st City Council and to our guests. Before anything else, Madam Chair, allow me to honor a group of people who rarely get recognized, but who day in and day out perform acts of quiet courage. To our solo friends, kung nag-isip kita sa ato ang mga senior citizens, dapat ang ato ang mga solo parents, mothers and fathers who single-handedly feed, raise, and educate their children. I salute your strength, your sacrifice, and your unwavering love. You are the ones who carry double the burden with half the help. You are unseen heroes in our community. I'm sure somehow, Natay Kaila, a mother working late nights, juggling several jobs, doing side hustles or sidelines just to keep food on the table. Or a father who wakes up early in the morning to cook breakfast, prepares his child, and goes to work. Or even a lolo or a lola who has stepped in to raise a child after loss or abandonment. They do it all alone, with no one to rely on but themselves. We've all heard stories of solo parents. They may be your sibling, your friend, your best friend, a family member, or even your colleague, raising their children on their own, suffering in silence. Overlooked, undersupported, silent, tired, and often invisible. Here in Cagayan de Oro, PSWD has registered approximately more than 2,000 solo parents, and we know that's not the real number. Many are unregistered not because they don't qualify, but perhaps because they are too busy trying to survive, doesn't even ask for help. These are our constituents doing twice the work with half the support, and yet they continue every day for their children. A city ordinance number 14333-2022, otherwise known as the Solo Parent Welfare Ordinance of Cagayan de Oro City, was enacted on June 27, 2022, and was authored by former City Councilor Edna Delito. This ordinance laid the foundation for local support systems for solo parents and their children. However, within the same year, Republic Act number 11861, or the expanded Solo Parents Welfare Act, lapsed into law in June 4, 2020, and was officially published on June 15, 2022, thereby superseding and expanding the provisions of RA 897. Yes, there are national laws. There is Republic Act number 11861, the expanded Solo Parents Welfare Act. But these laws only become real when we act on them locally. We have the power to transform legal language into real, life-changing support. This is why I stand before you today. I have formally submitted my proposed amended Solo Parent Welfare Ordinance of Cagayan de Oro City, aligning our local policies with the Republic Act number 11861, the expanded Solo Parents Welfare Act. This proposed ordinance is not just about benefits. This is about justice. And so I invoke not only the law, but the principle of equity, that those who carry the heaviest burdens must receive proportionate support. Equity demands that we recognize the uneven playing field. It tells us that treating everyone the same is not enough, because not everyone starts from the same place. Solo parents are one of the most vulnerable sectors in our city, and they deserve a welfare system designed with that reality in mind. Let us not delay. Every week we postpone action. Another solo parent is forced to choose between medical and meal, between staying home or working a third job, between hope and despair. And so I respectfully move that this proposed ordinance, Madam Chair, be referred to the Committee on Women and Family Relations in close coordination with the Committees of Social Services, Health, and Finance for immediate and priority deliberation. That this council take the lead in making equity real. Let us send a message to every solo parent in Cagayan de Oro that We see you, we support you, and we will fight for you. Thank you, and may you continue to legislate the part.
Thank you very much. Can you expound the expanded solo parent ordinance that needs to be discussed? Be more specific. I do not know everything. I wanted to, what are the specific inclusion in expanded solo parent ordinance?
Actually, Madam Chair, in the whole, the original law for the Solo Parents Welfare Act, nanay mga ordinansa, part of the ordinance of the Cagayan de Oro, more than what the law provides. Na ang medical assistance,
Yes.
not provided originally, na tertiary assistance, wala pa ito na-appeal sa Welfare Act. In fact, nauna ang ordinansa sa expanded. However, naalang differences, like for example, wala ki-appeal ang mga OFWs kay OFWs are now considered solo parents. And also ang mga lolo o lola,
OFW considered solo parents?
ang wala ang parent, Madam Chair.
Wala
Pag wala ang parent,
ang parent.
the child is considered,
So, kung yung parents doesn't know us, parang wala siya considered sa solo. Okay.
Madam Chair. And also the 1,000 peso monthly
Sa solo
allowance,
parent.
yes, tagaan na sila.
Wala pa din natagay since. Okay, so is this the proposed expanded?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Is this the 1,000, the expanded
Yes.
solo parent? What other thing?
I've also included, 5% priority sa mga scholars. Ang scholars usually anak sa solo parent. But in the expanded, appeal ang parent kung, kung medyo bata pa.
So wala pa gato din na implement?
Wala.
Ang 5%?
Until
until now?
Ordinance, Madam Chair.
Pero wala pa gapon?
Ayaw
Magpa-enroll ang parent, wala gapon
Parent.
5%. And the medicines?
The medicines pa tayo, we have, Cagayan de Oro still practicing the medical assistance.
Oh, pero ang palit niyo mo sa butika, wala gapon discount?
Without being practice. Say, ang availability of the cards, Madam Chair, I believe that they have been stopped.
Wala gapon na sila correct cards ang PWA.
Wala na release ever since the solo parent card. So nobody was, during the day.
Okay. So,
Thank you, Madam Chair.
okay, thank you very much, Councilor Evan Moreno. Yes, Councilor Desdelino, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I'd like to respectfully share that the Committee on Women and Family Relations, which I chair, is actually in the process of reviewing and amending the existing solo parents ordinance. We've worked closely with the stakeholders, aligning our efforts through RA 11861 and community consultations. I want to assure Councilor Aimee Moreno and the rest of the stakeholders that, again, we are already actively working on this matter. I appreciate that Councilor Aimee's expression of interest. Actually, I also appreciate our councilors who are adding the voice of the solo parents. Kaya again, like Councilor Aimee, I also salute sa mga solo na mga ginikanan because they're working twice the work job. And I would be glad to have these concerns formally referred to the committee where they can be properly discussed and evaluated alongside our ongoing work to ensure the consistency and avoid overlapping efforts. But to add also, because this is the ordinance of former Councilor Inday Aquino, before, there's only tertiary scholarship assistance, basic educational services, household assistance, livelihood assistance. With RA 11861, it's not actually 5%. It's actually 10% discount on children's basic needs, medicine, food, and additional 7-day parental leave, scholarship for children at all levels, full PhilHealth coverage.
Excuse me, scholarship, entire school for, private school?
That's what we're reviewing.
Okay.
That's what we're reviewing, Madam Chair. And prioritization and low cost housing and livelihood trade. So that's what we're reviewing. Because I read also the solo parents Act RA 11861. Consider ang mga OFWs na 1 year na wala rin kita sa pares as solo parent. Which we're reviewing because ganun mga OFWs are technically privileged because they're working abroad. So ano na. So we're reviewing and I assure you that we're working on that. Thank you, Madam
Thank
Chair.
you very much. I'm very interested to know, what incentives did the solar parent, it's been talking solar parent for years. What sort of incentives ang nakuha nila for now? I mean, you're still on the process of discussion, but then, I would like to go back. Kay Dugay na maka-explode ng solar parent, kung saan lagi nilang na-avail for now? Yes, Councilor Desarino.
Madam Chair, from what I know, because that was 2019 pa, I think pag-exit ni Councilor Inday Delino, kaya pa na, what do you call this, na approved, what do you call this, ordinance? I'm not sure. But what I do know is, kung naa kay card, na kay ID, priority ka kung maglinya.
Yeah. What I mean is that bagyuin na implement sa ordinansa like the 10% discount. Sa pagkakaroon, unsa pa yun ang na-avail as of now? Wala yun. Wala pa. Okay. So, yeah, that is a very good venue for discussion para ang solar parents can avail what is due to them. Anyway, yes, Councilor Ana Moreno.
Madam Chair, possibly, Madam Chair, the reason na wala ka ma-implement kay same with the senior citizen, wala pa siya kay partner.
Okay, so find time na ma-implementar na yun, you cannot implement without the IRR. So facilitate in the completion of the IRR. Okay, thank you very much. Councilor Roger Abaday, you have the floor.
Thanks salamat kepada Presiding Officer, my colleagues in City Council, and all that are viewing to us online and audience in the gallery. Please have the day to all. This special report to be delivered last session because of the special event. Thank you that I was given the chance to bring this matter, this session. Now, this is all about our waste management. Now, the contract for waste management services will, which includes garbage collection and the operation of sanitary landfill, is set to expire this month of August 2025. In fact, the bidding process have already been scheduled August 14th and November scheduled this month. And I have learned that several proponents have either already submitted or expressed their intent to participate in the bidding. Now, the more, the better, so that the city may have a wider selection of competent and qualified contractors to handle our waste management operation. Now, in view of this representation is respectfully proposes in places to the honorable chairperson of the committee on environment, that all interested proponents be invited and required to present their company profile, their track record in waste management, and their plans for system during the scheduled committee meeting as short as possible. I think there is still time, so that we will not be overtaken by the time. Now, this is especially crucial, considering that the contract of the current garbage collection contractor was barely extended until this August. Now, to ensure transparency and due diligence, I also respectfully request that not only the committee members, but also all interested members of this August body be invited to attend the said meeting so that we may be fully informed and able to update the city mayor on the qualification and capacities of each proponent. Now, let me emphasize, this is not an overreach of legislative power, nor an encroachment upon the prerogative of the chief executive branch. Rather, it is a rightful exercise of legislative oversight in support of the executive department, particularly the office of the city mayor and its concerned department, in selecting the most capable contractor to undertake the critical project. This is to ensure that the waste management program of the chief executive are well implemented, contributing to our shared vision of a cleaner, greener, smarter, and more livable city Cagayan de Oro. Now, in proper time, if it pleases to the chairman, in a resolution requesting the Committee on Environment to invite all biddings proponents to be scheduled a committee meeting and require them to present their respective plans and program on garbage collection and overall waste management. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Roger. Councilor Roger Abada. Yes, Councilor Eric Salcedo, you have the floor.
Salamat na, Rapid. I'm not against, people. How to look at it. Ako against ko parang, pero na lang yung distribution of PFA. Parang, that invite na to, lapin na tao, meeting, village. All I want to ask, it's a meeting, runs, here. Dapat yung tataon, kung ang term of reference ba na ito, naka-estimate ba ang pero ang connection. Kung connection ang problema, tanawan po ang term of reference. Kaya, kung proposal ng council of Madrid, kung ako, parang ako, kaya, mas swap ko siguro, kung kinsa na yung video, o na ako, dito. Kay ako lang mag-rate ang basic. What to tell? Ano yung tinaspo? 10 highest for you. Thank you.
Or ang ganang karon. Yes, Councilor Roger Abada.
Madam Chair, in response to Councilor Erito. Now, my purpose is this is an aid to the city mayor and the department to choose who is really capable, because if we will let them present after contributing now, before we will know who are these proponents that are qualified to run our waste management program, and the mayor and the department properly evaluate who are really qualified. That's my purpose.
So, yes, Councilor Eric Salcedo.
Original.
Ang iya mo pasabot sa Bisaya pa isala. Kalaon.
In charge for the years. Beach Award Committee. Ang Beach Award Committee, Madam Chair. After the communication from leader. Ang leader is something that qualified. They say submit sa bank. They say that you have to submit. Kung tumatawag sa committee. Thank you, Madam Chair.
So the wisdom will be for the Committee on Deeds and Award. Hindi na siya. Yes, Councilor Dante Rodriguez.
Just to add, Madam Chair, 2 weeks ago, we had our city planning dito sa Channing Beach. Naapo dito ang atong skillfully at mga konsihals, and also our engineer Cuenca from the Pedro. I personally asked him in front of everybody na if he was to give a grading system sa atong pencil, sa atong kapikingan ng tingalang usahay, dili na itong maingon kung isa ang company. Pencil, Madam Chair, iyang giingon to in front of every department heads na really great with ang iyang gihatag sa pencil. What I know sa back, Madam Chair, is wala kang tayo mabuhat sa back, no? Kung sa ilang mga proseso po. But we can recommend. As far as sa kaning atong plenro, gusto lang ako emphasize na naghatag din siya o feeling grade sa atong pencil. So mo pa na hopefully makapil na sa atong sa sabak pohon sa atong pencil.
Thank you very much for fading at yung lugar. From Engineer Cuenca and Councilor Eric Salcedo. Anyway, yes, Councilor Roger Abadani?
I would like to clarify, emphasize that this is not really about, this is just part of our oversight tower. We have to check all the projects of the city mayor, city, whether it is in place. Pamanga na to sila ang kaning department, mayor, to choose the right, the most capable contractor sa ating municipality. Okay, that's fair.
Good, okay, that's a very good idea. Thank you very much, Councilor Roger Abadani. Somebody's raising his hand. Gusto to kanina. Anyway, are we done? So we're done, so for discussion na lang sa Committee on Environment, okay? Refer to the Committee on Environment. Anyway, let us proceed. Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabalas.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. That's the biggest problem in our business today. Item number one, sir.
Item number one is for omnibus approval of proposed resolution number 2025-9 up to 2025-12. Declaring as operative in their entirety effective in the rate fixed the rate, the area restricted Sangguniang Kabataan resolutions covering the annual budget or supplemental budget for calendar year 2025 as the case may be of the area mentioned Sangguniang Kabataan of the barangays of the Metro City. A. Resolution number 2, series of 2025 of the SK of Barangay Bayaka covering sample budget for calendar year 2025 with an estimated income of 713,694 pesos. B. Resolution number 2, series of 2025 of the SK of Barangay number 6 covering sample budget for CY 2025 with an estimated income of 331,107 pesos. C. Resolution number 2, series of 2025 of the SK of Barangay number 19 covering sample budget for calendar year 2025 with an estimated income of 365,122 pesos. At D. Resolution number 2, series of 2025 of the SK of Barangay Payamas covering sample budget for CY 2025 with an estimated income of 2,019,042 pesos.
Madam Chair, we may request Councilor Edgar Cabalas.
Councilor Cannon Sakani, your reply.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Move for the approval of proposed resolution numbers 2025-9 to 2025-12. Thank you.
Any second? Objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Vote to approve and second and final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 2,
Item 2 is also for the omnibus approval, proposed resolution numbers 2025-13 up to 2025-16. Declaring as operative in their entirety effective the date
fix therein, Cagayan respective barangay ordinances covering the annual budget or supplemental budget for calendar year 2025 as the case may be of the herein mentioned Sangguniang barangays with a ordinance number 2 series of 2025 of the Barangay Council of Barangay number 1 covering its supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2025 with an estimated income of 50,000 pesos. B. Ordinance number 6 +098 series of 2025 of Barangay Council of Pulwa with covering its supplemental budget number 1 for CY 2025 with an estimated income of 2,500,000 pesos. C. Ordinance number 2 series of 2025, Barangay Council of Barangay number 15, covering its supplemental budget number 2 for CY 2025 with an estimated income of 1,407,901 pesos and 22 centavos. And the ordinance number 1 2025 series of 2025, Barangay Council of Barangay number 26, covering its annual budget for calendar year 2025 with an estimated income of 6,354,960 pesos.
Madam Chair, may I request Councilor Marlo Tabak?
Council Marlo Tubak, your representative.
Madam Chair, I move to approve proposed resolution number 2025-13 to 2025-16, Madam Chair.
In a second. Objection. I hear none, motion is by Cagayan.
Vote to approve, second.
Second. Objection. I hear none, motion is by Cagayan.
Item 3. That has been of taking some 7,000 for the 70 pesos. From the item, there was a 2% is for criminally being benefit and initiation in periods. Every for the this yearly aid of total simply local champion of the budget will be available for payment of criminal leave, pay deficiency, rupees, Metocella, Abunyawan. Former local staff, therefore, of the champion promoter, carry this fee, retired for the government service for the nation fee. The chair, and request. May I request that Councilor George Christopher Bookie Bill.
Councilor Chris Goki, your representative.
I, Majority Floor Leader, no need not to be my mother, she's already been greeted by the beautiful Vice Mayor of our city. So what I'd like to do now, I see no problem with proposed ordinance number 2025-23. And I move for the approval of this proposed ordinance.
In a second. Objection. I hear none, motion is by Cagayan.
Vote to approve, second, final reading.
Second. Objection. I hear none, motion is by Cagayan.
Item 4, clerk please.
Item number 4, proposed ordinance number 2025-24, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Orlando A. Huy, representing the city government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement with the following: A. Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, Region 10, represented by its Regional Director, Edward P. Yasay. B. Second District Congressional Office of Cagayan de Oro City, represented by Honorable Congressman Robos P. Rodriguez. And C. Taplon Active Small Fisher Folk Organization, as beneficiaries, represented by its President, Mr. Larry Sabilla, covering the grant of 1 unit 38-footer motorized fiberglass reinforced plastic boat with 4 units Papora as part of the refunds FP Pagbabago Livelihood Assistance Development Program under the terms and conditions scheduled to read.
Madam Chair, may I request that Councilor Watson, R. Pascual, will.
Councilor Juancho Pascual, your representative.
Thank you and good afternoon there, fellow councilors and guests. I move to approve proposed ordinance number 2025-24.
In a second. Objection. I hear none, motion is by Cagayan.
Vote to approve, second, final reading.
Second. Objection. I hear none, motion is by Cagayan.
For inclusion of the Jurisdiction, expired. Eight. Reading of the copy. The resolution was requesting the committee of environment to invite reading proponent and opponent for response. The committee meeting, to invite during committee meeting all the opponent.
Can we do that, discuss first with the committee,
Yes.
under Councilor Erickson Sado?
That's why in this committee, Madam Chair, this committee.
Yeah, refer to the committee.
Refer to the committee,
Yeah.
not the resolution.
That's the resolution muna, Councilor Roger. Okay, thank you. How about the motion of, Councilor, okay, thank you. Sige, for inclusion,
But we.
5 to 8, any second inclusion? Objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
I think by third.
Item number 5 is proposed ordinance number 2025-25, confirming and certifying the memorandum of acceptance entered into by and between the city government of Cagayan de Oro, represented by Honorable City Mayor Orlando Ikuy, and the Department of Education, Region 10, through the Gansuliho National High School, represented by the school's division superintendent, Dr. Roy Angelo Castro, PhD, Season 5, and the Skunk Works OPC, represented by Mr. Thor Apo Richard, covering the turnover of artificial intelligence laboratory, coding equipment, infrastructure, and components in support of educational innovation and digital learning under the terms and conditions stated therein. Certified order by the Mayor. That will be.
Madam Chair, may I request that Councilor Ramid.
Councilor Chief Dava, you're recognized.
So, good afternoon, Madam Chair, and belated happy birthday
Thank
again.
you.
Very beautiful.
Oh,
Vice Mayor,
murag nangay ko ngayon.
Pagdita, right? Good afternoon, Majority Floor Leader, Leader. Move to approve, proposed ordinance number 2025-25, Madam Chair.
Any second? Objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Vote to approve second by reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Item number 6, proposed ordinance number 2025 that speaks. And the city college to the road from baby to baby, both from the beginning for the ordinance. Covering the deployment of student trainees at the year program, hospital, should not public, about the city and by the government. All Cagayan and Merry Christmas, Madam Chair. The council of all of that.
Councilor Paulo Baadi, you're recognized.
Hang up, Madam Chair. I move to approve proposed ordinance number 2025-2026.
Second. Objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve second by reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 7 is the extending the council's appreciation.
Technically.
I think 7, sorry. Item 7, proposed resolution number 2025-17, declaring the enlisted for major, minor, special, parallel events. As the official activities that legalize civil charging step. And moved by the next councilor. I'm going. I'm going.
Councilor Antoy Pascual, you're recognized.
Hello, thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. I move to approve the proposed resolution number 2025-25.
Any second? Any objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried. Councilor Antoy, only address, I only say good afternoon once. It's like I counted your good afternoon like 4 times already.
Thank you for being so courteous.
Yes.
Yes, proceed, Majority.
Yes, by host by Vice Mayor, all members.
Yes, any second? Objection. I hear none, motion is by Kari. Second. Objection. I hear none, motion is by Kari.
I make first, making the decide that's indeed expressing that to the person of councils that issue. The three brothers, person agency, idea, region ten. The city and the brother use council to fight and the oral witness center for conducting the referendum, drug. The ship for the members of the body, the staff, working, that practicing all officials and all the 80 barangays, so stay. Very quick.
Escape.
Escape, very escape, very much cultural. Can
Councilor John Rodriguez, are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. I move, Madam Chair, for resolution urging DEA Region 10 to conduct surprise drug tests on all barangay and SK officials in Cagayan de Oro before the end of 2025 to promote the drug-free city and uphold public trust. Further move, Madam Chair, to conduct the surprise drug test before December 31, 2025, and urging all barangay and SK officials to fully cooperate with DEA this effort to ensure transparency and accountability and as an initiative to ensure honest and drug-free leadership in Cagayan de Oro City. So move, Madam Chair.
Any second? Objection. I hear none, motion is by Kari.
vote to approve, second, by the previous.
Second. Objection. I hear none. Motion is by Kari.
Third game on the contest. Sure, move for the.
Any second? Objection. Wala pa po ni mga lapsing dog na mo. Ayun pa balik. Oh, my God, it's something more than that. Any second? Objection. I hear none, motion is hereby carried. Session adjourned, God bless us all.